A trail hunt in 2007 photo Christopher Furlong Getty Images Katie Balls 5 hours Tuesday, December 26, 2017 3 weeks into the general election campaign, as the Tories enjoyed a 16-point poll lead and the Carlton Club, the spiritual home of the Tories, made plans for a celebratory election night champagne dinner. 16 voters gathered in Nottingham for a focus group commissioned by the Liberal Democrats. This was run-of-the-mill campaign procedure, but its findings picked up something that took politicians months to work out. More than two-thirds of the British public believe foxhunting should remain illegal. The group, balanced to represent a slice of the electorate, appeared to be going cold on the Conservatives. Things were so bad that two staunch Tory supporters said they no longer thought they could vote for their party. The reason? The Prime Minister's personal endorsement of foxhunting. Doubting that a throwaway comment by Theresa May at a stump speech in Leeds would have such a strong effect, a Lib Dem staffer grew concerned he had been shortchanged, complaining to the organiser, "Have you got me a duff pole?" A toxic issue. It turns out that the only thing duff was the Prime Minister's comments. May's proposal to reintroduce fox-hunting with a free vote was the single most viral topic of the election, with fox-hunting now recognised as one of the main factors behind the Tories' bad result, along with the more widely covered issues of dementia tax and a robotic leader. So, it was only a matter of time until the Tories did something about it. After having to bin their manifesto pledge to bring forward a free vote on the Hunting Act in this parliamentary session, Theresa May is reported to be preparing to go one step further in the new year. As part of her party's bid to detoxify and win back metropolitan voters, she will announce plans to drop the commitment permanently. Pro-hunting demonstrators protest outside Downing Street November 11, 2004 in London. Photo by Ian Waldie. Getty Images. Such a move would no doubt bring them closer in step with the public. A survey poll taken days before the election found that more than two-thirds of voters believe foxhunting should remain illegal. However, yesterday's Boxing Day hunt, which sees around 250,000 people gather at hunts nationwide, is a reminder of why it's easier said than done. Caught between a fox and a hard place, as well as upsetting Tory activists in rural areas. A permanent ban risks damaging the Tory skeleton ground game further. With door-knocking activists thin on the ground nowadays, hunt lobbying groups are valued within the party for getting their supporters to help out canvassing. The party feels stung by social media. For many Tories, this is a trade-off that must be made. Although David Cameron declared after the 2015 election that Britain and Twitter are not the same thing, the party feels stung by social media after seeing the negative effect viral stories, which often center around animal rights, can have on the party. It's bad enough when those stories are based on fake news, such as when news outlets reported that Tory MPs had voted against animal sentience without the Tories doing their opponents' work for them. It follows that a new consensus is developing that social networks ought to be prioritized over canvassers. Even so, May's announcement may not be enough on its own to move the Conservatives from being seen as the party of foxhunting to the party of the environment. The Tories' stance in the snap election wasn't a blip. Historically, their leading politicians have a penchant for hunting. When May declared foxhunting is something she has always been in favour of, she joined a long list of prominent Tories to endorse the pursuit. Cameron on the hunt. David Cameron and Labour's Harriet Harman are talk with farmer David Christensen on his farm at Kingston Hill Farm in Abingdon, near Oxford, in 2016. Photo credit Jeff Caddick of Getty Images. For all the talk of David Cameron's Tory modernisation, he was pictured at a hunt before the practice was banned, and a friend of his is quoted in Tim Shipman's new 2017 election book Fallout as saying that when it comes to the current political fracas, Cameron is more interested in what animal he's going to shoot, or what claret he's going to have for lunch. Even the newly Green DEFRA Secretary Michael Gove was seen as being for lifting the ban as recently as the summer. As for the next generation, the newer intakes of Tory MPs are on the whole much more hostile to the sport. Many are heaping pressure on Number 10 to do something quickly. That said, Jacob Rees-Mogg, who frequently tops Conservative membership polls for next leader, has said foxhunting is the most humane way of controlling the fox population. This begs the question, will the current Conservative Party be believed if it takes an anti-fox hunting stance? Already animal rights groups are calling on the Tories to prove this is more than a tactical move. They say a leopard can't change its spots. It's time to find out whether the Tories can befriend a fox. Katie Balls is political correspondent at The Spectator and news http cnews.co.uk.